Hi, I'm Angelica Bell and welcome to the NatWest Business Show. Joining me today is someone you may have found yourself watching over and over on TikTok well into the night. It's the pool guy. Miles Laughlin joined TikTok in 2020 when he first posted a video of himself cleaning a swimming pool. It went viral and he now has more than 13.7 million followers who watch him clean dirty swimming pools daily. He's going to help us understand TikTok and let us into some secrets to make your business go viral. Miles, I am so pleased you're here because I am rubbish at TikTok.
What? Really?
Yes. I think I've got an account, but I don't think I've posted a video yet.
Angelica, you got to be consistent. You need to be posting at least once a day.
Is that one of your tips?
That is one of my tips, definitely. Being consistent.
Okay, but before we get into the nitty-gritty of why you're so good, we like to have the 60-second challenge for our guests.
Yeah.
So can you tell me your story from A to B, because it's still continuing, and let us know a bit more about you and how this all came about.
So I'm Miles, aka the pool guy, and I'm a swimming pool engineer from Bedfordshire, and I clean, maintain and refurb swimming pools. I started about 14 years ago. I sort of left school, didn't have any good grades, didn't go to college, so I was working sort of dead-end jobs, and then I fell into sort of swimming pool work with a local swimming pool company who asked me to help out maybe for a couple of weeks during the summer, but I ended up staying there for 10 years, 10, 11 years. And then I started posting videos on social media about my work and already had a passion for swimming pools, and then found that I had a passion for social media and content. So they both worked really well together. Since the first video I posted blew up and came quite a surprise to me, but I stayed consistent, posted every day, and the following grew and grew. And now I'm running my own business as the pool guy.
So when you put that first video up, honestly, were you just thinking, oh, this is just, I'll put this up, see what happens, it's a bit, I mean, could you play it down? It's not really interesting, whatever. Were you, explain how it felt when you saw the numbers and you just thought, whoa.
So I actually had TikTok, another TikTok channel already. I was just posting normal family stuff, everyday bits, but they weren't getting the numbers like I'm getting now on the pool guy. One day I went to a job, I posted a video of my work and it got more attention than all my other videos did. So that's when I decided to start a new channel, call it the pool guy. And I went to a job, filmed it, done a voiceover, posted it, and straight away the numbers were picking up. The comments were coming in, it was going crazy. And I was just like driving, I pulled over, had a look, and it was just insane. I didn't know what to do with it or what I was going to do next.
What were you thinking?
So basically the video I posted was the start of a swimming pool in the summer. It was green. I got it running and said, I'll be back, follow for part 2, blah, 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 that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this was on a Friday and I weren't going back till the Monday. So all over the weekend, people messaging, I need to see part 2. I need this, need that now. So I was really eager to get back to the job. And to be honest, thought I'll post the next part and it won't go off like the first one, surely not. Done the job, posted the next bit and it blew up just as much as the first video did. And I just sort of saw how interested people were. I told my missus, Lauren, she was like, oh, stop being silly, posting stuff on social media, TikTok as a kid's app, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no.
She's regretting that now?
She's definitely, eating her words. And I carried on with it. And people were asking so many questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? So I sort of went and diversed on the content a little bit, showed how to do different types of things, and the interest that I got from people was just crazy. So I just carried on posting videos every day.
I mean, that is a really interesting story, because what you might not have thought was interesting to other people, that they wanted more. It was like, give us some more. But how did you know how to create those videos? That's one of the things that stops me doing it, because maybe I need to spend a bit more time on the platform. But how did you know how to create it and what would work?
So I think what really helped, obviously, is that I've been doing swimming pool work for 14 years or 10, 11 years at the time. So I knew the job inside out. I knew how to do a thing and I was on TikTok prior to having the pool guy channel. So I knew how TikTok worked. So creating the content and making it run smoothly like people would like to watch came easy to me. So
just the editing, you just sort of knew how to put it together and what would work, the process.
Everything was done in order. It was so you can understand like what's going on in the video, so it's sort of easy to watch. And then I've done a voiceover, and apparently my voice was sort of like satisfying to listen to as well and relaxing, which I never really knew.
Yeah, I think it's very relaxing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not that I'm falling asleep.
No, I hear it so many times, and people are always like, "Oh, can you read me a bedtime story? I need you to do like." It's serious.
You'll be on CBeebies next.
I'm really interested to like sort of do voice work. So, but I've got obviously the swimming pool company. I've got content to create. It's just so much going on. It's about making the right decisions, I suppose.
Well, you've got lots of followers all over the world, I'm assuming.
All over the world.
All over the world. How has your life changed since going viral and gaining so many followers?
So, to be honest, I thought I was busy enough, especially in the summer as a swimming pool engineer, because obviously everyone's outdoor pools are open. But since I started social media, it's just literally non-stop. I'm never not on my phone when I'm at home. So I'm always been told, oh, you're always on your phone. But it's content creation. So I'll go to work, I'll do the job, I'll record the video while I'm at the job. I'll go home, I'll then have to edit the videos. I'll do voiceovers because 99% of my videos have got a voiceover, and post that. And then I've got to be engaging with the followers as well. So it's just non-stop.
So even for you and your business and being successful, you've got to look at your work-life balance.
I really want to keep up and stay consistent with the content. But like I say, I've got life, I've got family. So I don't want to sort of like dedicate myself just to content. I've got to be a dad. Well,
with your newfound fame, that means you've connected with lots of interesting people.
Yeah, I'm not really used to it. Obviously, before I never really met famous people and that. But when I'm blowing up on social media, and then getting a DM from someone with a blue tick was like really exciting. And then they're like, "Well, I need you to come round and do my pool. Can we do this?" So I've got a few famous clients that I've do work for, and some that I've just collabed with.
Have you signed NDAs?
I've never signed NDAs.
But so you can tell us a bit.
I can tell you, yeah. I do Jermaine Genus. I go around and do his pool on a regular basis now. Stacey Solomon's one of my clients. I've collabed with Tiny Temper. He was one of my favourites. He literally just wanted to be in a video, so sort of met him at his house. I did do pool work, obviously, to make the video work, but yeah, that was really exciting.
So through your business, like, you know, people want to be with you. People want to be seen with you.
Yeah, which is just crazy to me, really, because I just feel like I'm just like your normal guy, but these people want me to come around and sort their pool out, or even just to collab.
You're doing very well, and there must be something about you which makes people gravitate to you. Have you thought about that?
I think at the end of the day, what it is I just be myself. So it's really easy. Whereas if you've got someone who does acting or any different type of content, they've got to keep up that act. Whereas with me, it just comes so easily. So the content creation is very easy to do, and it's like not an act really. So
is that a piece of advice you give to anyone who was going to try and explore this area?
You get people who do acting as like content, and they've got to act. But if you try and pretend to be something you're not, it's always hard to keep that act up. Whereas with me, it's just I be myself. So there's no pressure for me.
Do you have any guidance from anyone, or to sort of to say, try this or try that, or do you just stick to what you know works? Sometimes
my missus will say, well, I'll show her a video if I'm not 100% sure, and she'll say, yeah, it's great most of the time. But then sometimes it'll be, oh, I'm not sure, you should change this, or you shouldn't have said that. So
you do have a sounding board as well?
Yeah, I mean, I plan everything out, and unless I'm 100% happy, I won't be posting any sort of content that I'm not happy with. And
do your followers sort of guide you as well?
They do, actually. People on TikTok are really nice, actually, and you don't get much criticism on, well, I don't on TikTok, but you go over to YouTube and people are relentless, and I'll post a video and they'll just say, the audio was rubbish, or this is rubbish, or you should do this, or you should do that. And then some people are like, give you good advice. So I do get some pretty good tips from followers as well.
So I think you just highlighted that there's good things about social media, but also bad things. How do you manage that?
Like I said, I try to stay consistent, and and not be controversial with my content, which I think would be quite hard to be like that. Try not to argue, or if people are being rude in the comment section, just ignore them. I don't even don't even reply back, because then it doesn't, because if other people see you replying to someone's comment like that, and you're not replying to their comment, they'll probably say something similar just so you comment back to them. And it just becomes like a back and forth sort of argument, and nobody gets anywhere really with that.
So do you engage with people?
I engage, yeah, with people. Most of the time it's always the same questions. Mostly it's, have you ever fallen in a swimming pool? And I've been asked that question in my comment section.
Oh, that's my next question.
Millions of times. And the answer is twice. I've fallen in a swimming pool twice, which I think is pretty good for 14 years of pool service.
I think that's excellent.
It's not bad. And luckily they were both warm pools or indoor pools, so not during the winter. But yeah, I think engaging with the followers is pretty key, especially if you're posting content.
Are there any trends on socials that's helped your business and your followings flourish? Because I know you say you like to stick to what you know, but...
Yeah, it is always good for content creators to jump on trends. But with my content, it was pretty hard to do that, because trends that were going about had nothing to do with my content. But luckily in the first year, for about 6 months, I think I was a trend, because anyone who had a swimming pool or a hot tub or even their bath, they were pretending to be me and like saying my sayings, "I'll holler your boy." Like someone will go do their maintenance on their pool and say everything that I say, even if it's a paddling pool. The dad will be there cleaning it, netting stuff out, and then they'll go holler your boy for the pool work at the end. I've had people do it on their kitchen sinks. It was crazy. So I think I was kind of a trend for a few months, but I've never really jumped on trends myself. But it seems to be working.
So in a way, Miles, you became bigger than the brand.
Sort of, yeah.
So the pool guy has its own hashtag.
Hashtag, yeah, the hashtag the pool guy. The last time I looked had over 2 billion views on it, which was just mind blowing. Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, so people tend to...
I know I keep saying that, but it's, you know...
It is crazy. The numbers are ridiculous. But when you go on social media, you tend to look for what best hashtags to use and stuff. But yeah, the pool guy had over 2 billion the last time I looked.
But for people who are thinking of using the platform to help their business, you would suggest if there are trends, maybe sometimes they are worth, tagging along.
Definitely. If the trends can sort of fit into your content creation, then you definitely jump on trends. But they only last a week. So you get a lot of people who jump on them, and then you'll see in the comments, "Oh, this was so last week," or whatever. People get bored really easy and then move on to the next.
I think that social media is a fantastic tool for anyone with a business who is on a budget with their marketing, because this is what it's all about. It's marketing, advertising, and getting your brand out there. Do you think any business can use media to build an audience?
Yeah.
If they do it in the right way, then
yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Like you say, it's free marketing. So if anyone's got a business, I definitely think that you should be on social media. It's just the way you do it. Like mine, I didn't intentionally go on there and start a pool guide just so I can grow my business. But I think just because I've just sort of shown content of how I do stuff, people automatically I'll get emails come through, "Oh, can I book you in to sort of come and do this work?" So it's just come automatically. Whereas if you're on there, buy this, buy that, it's just not going to work. People aren't into that sort of style of content.
So we touched upon the fact that life is manic for you.
Very, yeah.
What help have you got to manage this? I know you've got your partner, Lauren, who's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's growing and growing. And we've talked about, we've already alluded to the fact that you are having to manage that time sort of meticulously.
Yeah. So people think I work all over the UK. Because they don't think there's that many pools in the UK for me to keep busy. But there's hundreds of pool companies, let alone pools. I think the last sort of figure I'd heard of was over 250,000 pools in the UK, which is enough to go around for all companies. So I stay sort of within an hour of my hometown. But like I say, I get inquiries from all over the UK. So what I would love to do going forward is be able to employ people, expand the business, so that I can take on more jobs and grow the Pool Guy as a business.
Right now, is it who's in the company? How many people work for
So
you?
it's just me, and I've got another pool company, and I run that with my brother-in-law, and that's for bigger like refurb jobs. See, mostly on my social medias, you'll just see pool cleans and stuff, but I do like plumbing, tiling, refurbs, but not as interesting to see as the cleanups.
Okay, so you're working on your own.
Yeah.
You've got all these followers, people probably messaging you all the time saying, can you come and sort out my pool or whatever? And you're just what? Doing it?
So I've got regular clients that I had before social media. So I always try to keep them happy as well. But I'm always looking to take on more and new clients. But I can only take on so many because there's just me. So that's why I've got the idea. It needs to happen really that I employ more people and expand the business, and then I can take on more jobs. But then I get sometimes people want just me to come round. So it might be that if I do expand and then someone else turns up, they're like, hold on, who's this?
So that's a bit of pressure, isn't it?
It is a little bit of pressure. And obviously taking on new people, you've got to be able to trust them.
Well, it seems like you're loyal. Do you think that's one of your USPs when it comes to your business? Because like you just mentioned, those people that you used to help before you became famous are so important to you. Yeah,
to my old client base.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be honest, when it all blew up on social media, they're like, oh, we're not going to see you anymore. You're going to be doing... I'm like, I've got to carry on doing swimming pool work to get the content. So obviously I tried to keep them happy, but I also like to bring on new jobs and new clients.
Because my next question was, has your large following affected how you run your business? But I guess it hasn't, because you're still doing what you do, what you love, looking after your old clients, but then wanting to grow.
Yeah, so I'm sort of stuck at the moment until I do grow the business, because I don't just want to be doing swimming pool work. I'd love to have the Pool Guy running as a proper swimming pool company with employees, doing work all over the place. But then I want to be doing more content-focused stuff, TV. I've got plans to have like a Pool Guy show going around, sort of like abandoned swimming pools, cleaning them up. It's sort of like trash TV, but people love to watch that sort of stuff.
You heard it here first. A TV show is coming to you very soon.
TV show, yeah, definitely. It's got to happen.
It's got to happen. So let's just expand on this, because you're just throwing this out there as if it's nothing. Okay.
No, it isn't nothing. It's quite big, but like I said,
but Miles, these are massive plans that you want to expand on.
Huge plans, but like I said, I still want to keep the business going as a normal business with people working and cleaning pools, doing maintenance, normal stuff. But then I want to see how far I can go with the social media and TV. So
do you still face the same challenges that a small business would face? And has that changed from when you started to now? Yeah, I face quite a lot of challenges. Obviously, I've got to keep up the business, the work, but now I'm doing the content, posting the content, engaging with followers. Whereas someone who's blown up on social media like I have would normally just quit their daytime job. And then they can focus on the content during the day, and that's now their full-time job. Whereas now I'm still doing the job, editing the content, posting. So I'm like busy 24/7. But I kind of like it, because I always think, not that I'm hoping it doesn't, like if social media stuff dried up, I can just fall back and go back to concentrating on the Pool Guy as a swimming pool company. Yeah, and that doesn't faze you, because, especially when someone becomes really famous or well-known, there's peaks and troughs with that sort of lifestyle, isn't there? I think I'll be a little bit upset, but it won't be the end of the world. Whereas someone who's gone famous and has now got used to the social media life has to go back to a normal job, I think it'll be quite difficult for them. Miles, we've had a question in from Instagram, and it is, what is the best part of working for yourself? I think the best part about being in business on my own is I've got no one that I can really argue with. My decision's sort of final. I think it works well like that. So you're the boss? I'm the boss at the end of the day. There are some people in the background that might swerve my decision, but mine is final at the end of the day. Do you think that's one thing that stops you expanding? Because you'll have to have, other people, you'll have to transfer some of that power to other people, and they've got your name attached to them.
Yeah, so obviously I'd love to expand the business and employ new people, but I've got to be able to trust them 100% with the Pool Guy name.
You are sort of like a beacon of how it can work and work successfully. So do you see it as a tool that's helped you with growth, but also future growth?
Yeah, so like it's not really an act with me. I am who I am. It works well on my content. So as long as I'm changing it up a little bit, but not completely, I think it's going to work long term.
Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give to anyone who's got a small business now or thinking of starting a small business, and they're listening to this going, I want to tap into this. This is a great platform. It will help me with my marketing. What advice?
I mean, you can't really go wrong on social media. It will either work or it won't. So you're not really going to lose out. Stay true to yourself. Be consistent with the content, and jump on trends now and then, especially if it works for your business and the content that you normally put out.
I'm going to have to take some of that advice.
Definitely should. You should at least post one video on your TikTok.
And get on with it. Miles, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
So people, when I blew up on social media, people are, you'll change this and that. But I was always told, stay genuine, be yourself, be consistent. And that's definitely something I'd pass on to anyone looking to go onto social media and run their own business. Stay true to yourself, be consistent, and it will all work out.
Well, Miles, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's been amazing. And also, it's made me think about my platforms as well and how I use them. And
yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing your first TikTok anyway.
You might have to be in it.
I'll be in your first TikTok.
Brilliant. We'll sort it out. Thank you so much for all your advice. And it's just nice to meet good people who've got a good story.
No worries. Thank you for having me again.
Miles, also known as the Pool Guy, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for listening. Remember to hit follow and subscribe to listen in to the rest of this season on The Business Show. We've got some incredible guests still to come. And if today's episode has inspired you, head to our website to find more insights and potential solutions that could help you take action today. Until next time.